Sadly no. After the short lifespan in the year 2020, after the release of the remastered collection, it became very silent around Kane and the whole Command & Conquer franchise. But let's take a short look into the long history of CNC and the games. The journey starts in the year 1995. Westwood Studios created the game that became the blueprint for the whole genre, Command & Conquer, a mix of an amazing soundtrack, new controls which defined the whole genre, and legendary trashy cutscenes pressed on 2 CD-ROMs which got sold over 40 million times since release. After several Command & Conquer games, which includes an alternative World War II timeline, also an online battle royale styled RTS game named Soul Survivor, and the first-person shooter Renegade, Westwood had to close their gates in the year 2003. But EA didn't instant kill the CNC franchise. They released Generals and other 3D Command & Conquer games like Barbarian Wars and Red Alert 3. But EA wanted more. They wanted the online RTS crown, and so they released the third and the last part from the Barbarian timeline called Barbarian Twilight.
But why?
This game was the nail in the coffin for the series. The press hated it, the fans hated it, the whole world hated it. It was one of the games with the worst rating on Steam. Until EA removed the game from the Steam store. Also a way to clean up a statistic. I know, there are some details missing, but that is not the topic here. If you're interested about the history of the franchise, there are several videos about on YouTube.
They have abandoned us, my child.
This video should more take a view on the possible future of the games. The last game was the remaster collection, which got released in 2020. The announcement of the collection looked more like a funeral. We all knew the grayscale picture with Jim Rosella, Frank Lepacki, Mike Legg and Ted Morris holding the old boxes from the games with the announcement. The classic games will get a remaster with the old guys from Westwood, which created the original games. Their babies. The games where this incredible journey began, they will get a restart. The community was hyped, and at the same time the community was surprised. EA never made a remaster before, will remaster Command & Conquer and Red Alert with the original developers, with an engine which wasn't created by EA? To make a long story short, Jim and the team from Petroglyph and Lemon Sky did a very well job with the remaster. I know, it's not perfect, and I know there are still bugs. The community loved the remaster. It kept my childhood memories and combined it with modern controls, better graphics, and Frank did an amazing job remastering all the tracks from the game. There was a hype. There was a hope. Some players already saw complete new upcoming Command & Conquer games. But nothing. EA dropped after 12 weeks the feature support for the collection, and the hope died, and died, and died.
You're all so fragile.
But what can we expect in the future? Has EA closed the capture Command & Conquer silent and without any noises? Barbarian's son turns 25 in August 2024, and for a second remastered collection, the development time is now a bit short, when they are not started yet. But EA has currently other problems than remaster a nearly 25-year-old game. Electronic Arts lost the license for their football games from the FIFA, and the launch of the AAA shooter Battlefield was, well, not that perfect. Several bugs and problems frustrated the players more and more. Still, cheat program developers dropped their support for Battlefield 2042. And EA is using the resources to get their next football game with the new name into the heads of the players and to keep their way into the money pockets for the loot boxes. And last but not least, the face of the remastered collection, Jim Vasella, isn't working for EA anymore. He moved to Respawn Entertainment a while ago, and he was the last known person at EA who worked official on Command & Conquer game. It's also unknown if there were plans for a game or any remaster. In my knowledge, Jim was the last man standing for Command & Conquer at Electronic Arts. Maybe Jim hadn't any interest to put his energy into another remaster or a completely new game. Or EA hasn't any interest to do. Whatever happened, EA abandoned the franchise. In my opinion, there will be no new or remastered Command & Conquer game in the near future. I hope deep down in my heart that my prediction is completely wrong. EA is happy to convince me otherwise. Please drop down your opinion in the comments and tell me that I'm complete on the wrong way. But thankfully, the RTS genre itself is not dead. In 2023, there will be several games like Company of Heroes 3 or Tempest Rising released, and they are trying to fill the gap which leaves the CNC franchise open. Also, Xbox boss Phil Spencer, who is a big RTS fan, will talk after the successful takeover of Activision Blizzard with the teams of War and StarCraft about any possible future of the brands. The future of the genre generally looks currently quite good, but unfortunately without the co-founder of it. Rest in peace, Command & Conquer. You gave me wonderful memories and wonderful games.
The Tiberian sun has risen!
But thankfully, it's not completely dead. The awesome Command & Conquer community are supporting all the games with patches to keep it running on newest systems. They develop tools to create new maps and units and make the modding of the games much easier. And they are creating wonderful new content for the players for free. Thank you so much for your effort and your time. You are doing the job which EA should do.
Nice job.
And it's still the truth. Kane lives in there. Thank you so much for watching these videos. My name is MarkJFox and
Battle Control Offline.